Mark Weiss, Alice Cooper.
Yes.
He did so
Mark
amazing.
Weiss did a great job.
It was awesome.
Did you get the opportunity to meet Mark?
Okay. Not only did I get the chance to meet Mark, I got down on my hands and knees because I know who the guy is. Bro.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
And I take a picture of this guy with Jacob.
Yeah.
And he was like, send me that. And I'm like, cool, what social media platform? And he's like, my number. And I was like,
Hey, everybody, welcome to the X5 podcast. So, guys, we've got a lot.
That was enthusiastic.
It was enthusiastic, right?
That's great.
So we've got a lot to talk about today, man, and I'm like super excited about the guests we've got in studio. But right quick, let me make sure that I do David's housekeeping stuff. So make sure that you like, subscribe to the videos, comment if you got something that you want to say. So yeah, all that good stuff. Hope I did it justice, David. Thank you.
Love you, buddy.
Right. Love you, buddy. Glad you're doing better. So yeah, in studio today, we have a social media influencer. He's got a pretty massive following on Facebook and TikTok and all those good places. Yeah. We have in the studio Ernieboys.
What's up, dude?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Welcome.
How are you?
Doing good, man. Thanks for being here,
I
bro.
appreciate you having me.
Oh man, what a night! I'm sorry. My voice is. I sound like Johnny Cash today.
You sound like Johnny Cash swallowed a gravel driveway.
No, dude, so bad. We had our big party last night. Ernieboys was there. Everybody was there. Who's anybody?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh my gosh.
Great turnout.
It was unreal. Like big X5 Halloween party. It was also our 1-year anniversary party.
Yep.
But what a freaking success.
It was insane, man. Like when we were talking about it, like you were, kind of giving the details on doing it.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is going to be great. And then like being there last night, it way surpassed.
Yeah.
Like it was packed. The vibe was great. Everybody was having a great time. Like all the guests that came in, like, I mean, it was like a who's,
It was.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of fun. It absolutely. I knew it was going to be great. I knew it was going to be epic and just a lot of fun, but I didn't realize it was going to be that huge.
Did y'all have fun?
Oh my gosh, man. I'll tell you what. I didn't expect, being in Alabama.
Yeah.
Okay.
What the hell does that mean?
Right.
Okay. You know what it means.
You're from Indiana.
So, rolling up to here, I'm thinking, we're going to be at a cornfield just surrounded by F-150s, and it turned out the venue was fantastic. The owner was great. And dude, the Velcro pygmies.
How about those guys?
Oh my God, man.
Yeah, they started, I think, in 1974.
No, it was 1874.
It was 1874, yeah.
Yeah.
Pre-Civil War. They've been around that long.
They were the first band to play the Underground Railroad.
Stop.
That's awesome.
Harriet Tubman was an original member.
Yeah, she was a drummer. Oh, God. But it was so cool. Michael Starr and Styx from Steel Panther, they flew in from L.A., came to hang out, got up, jammed some tunes. Just a bunch of people got up. Dovey Das got up and jammed.
Charlie Reese got
I
up.
was here to say, Charlie got up there and killed it, bud.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that.
No, you did great, dude. It was
You're
awesome.
right, I killed. You're right.
Take the compliments. Take them.
I told Michael, I was like, I hope you brought your notebook.
My favorite part about one of my favorite parts about last night is Fleener. He just doesn't give a shit about talking shit to everybody.
Yeah, he doesn't.
And that's why he's so good at what he does. But man, he's just calling Mike out like, hey, you need to come up here and take notes. The Velcro Pygmies, they think Steel Panther. People think we're y'all, and y'all people. It was funny.
Cam, we've said this before. Cam really is such a great front man to watch.
Yep.
He is the master at it.
He is.
Yeah.
He is. He keeps them right there in the palm of his hand like the whole night.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, he does. He's the master at it. So any musicians out there, if you're wanting to front a band, come to a Velcro Pygmy show and take notes.
Yeah, for sure.
And the status they are, man, they could have played anywhere if they played our show last night.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
appreciate them being there.
Yep.
Cam's been a big part of X5 anyway.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
The pygmies.
Great guys.
Terry, did you have fun last night?
I did.
Hey,
I
it's-
know you did.
It's
Do you
Terry's
remember?
birthday today.
Is it?
Yeah.
Come on in, Mason.
Yeah, Mason.
that sucks.
Oh, dude, you ruined the surprise, man.
I'm sorry.
That's
damn
the
it.
second fucking surprise in a month. So I got us all custom varsity jackets made, and I was like not telling people. And Jeff goes, "I'm asking everybody for their sizes." Jeff goes, "Oh, is this for varsity jackets?" And I'm like, "What a
Damn.
That was an absolute.
in a group text he did it,
Yeah,
Chris."
but I'm gonna be honest
group
with you though,
text.
that was an absolute grab out of my ass answer. I had no idea that that's what you were doing. He sends me a text. He's like, "Thanks for spoiling the surprise, asshole."
I said, please go punch yourself in the face repeatedly. Oh my gosh, dude. So, let's get the basic questions out of the way because we're going to have a lot of people that want to know.
Sure, man.
When did you start and why did you start?
Man, I wish
social
I had like
media.
this really cool fucking story about how I started all this, and I don't.
Yeah,
Is whenever COVID hit, you guys remember all that fun stuff.
it was a great time.
Oh yeah, it was just a blast. So I start making these cringy fucking videos on TikTok, and one of them
Yeah.
picked up. It was a Joe Biden video that I did,
Yeah,
and man, I'm sitting out in my garage one day, and I'm getting ready to do this voiceover to a metal video.
yeah.
My little boy comes walking out, man, and he's voicing the whole thing. He's like, "Daddy, can I try?" And I'm like, "Sure, dude, hop up here." First video went for 1.3 million views.
Wow.
Wow.
And we went from 60,000 followers from myself to 1 million in less than 3 months.
Well, that's
Wow.
great to know. So look, what we're going to do right now is you can go ahead and go in the lobby and bring your son in.
right,
If
and we
that's
can
okay,
have.
we'll just swap it out.
We'll just interview the little guy.
So does your son? Does he do his own social media stuff now?
No. So my son, I'm so glad you guys asked this so I can get it out there.
Yeah.
He's a start-stop kind of kid. He's
Yeah.
not allowed to scroll TikTok. He doesn't
Yeah.
have his own platform. He doesn't have anything like that.
No, that's cool, man.
Yeah, man. So he was more interested in how many likes it got.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You got to protect kids. There's a lot of weirdos out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like, our daughter's 17, great kid. We didn't even let her have certain platforms until she was a certain age. And then we were, my wife monitored everything because you gotta be that way now.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with my 15-year-old girl right now.
Oh,
dude.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So I'm
Charlie can give you some pointers.
Shit.
we'll be talking after this. After the
Always
show, bud.
don't be afraid to do the hokey things
Yeah,
like cleaning a knife in front of them or a gun when they come to the house.
I got one or two. you know.
Or like she had her boyfriend there last night. The big tall guy that was with my daughter.
Does he play basketball?
No. I don't know. I don't think so. I
Why
think
do
he did
people
in high
always just
school.
ask that question?
Because he's like 7 foot tall.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
he
I'm
got
always
tall.
like, when I shake his hand, I'm like squeezing the fuck out of it and looking at him in his eye, like, I
Give him
will
the old
fucking
white
destroy
knuckle.
you, yeah, vein popping out, and like it's shaking. I'm squeezing it so hard.
You come in and you're cleaning the shotgun.
yeah, I'm like,
Like, hey, where y'all going tonight?
yep. Don't be afraid to do that. You got to do that. You got to draw the line in the sand with these kids.
100%.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, come here and check out these hollow point deer slugs that I
Yeah.
just got.
I could blow a hole in you the size of a football from 3 football fields away. So,
True,
just
true.
so you know.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
So
But-
what? I got a question. Like, as far as like watching your content, how did you decide to go down the rabbit hole you did on the type of content that you make?
Yeah.
As of like new.
Yeah.
Okay, so whenever I first started TikTok, like I did have a comedy background to me, something that I've always wanted to pursue, and the algorithms, man. It's really hard to get stuff pushed through, and once Colton started turning it into a job, right? He would come home and just be like, "Daddy, we got to do this, we got to do that," and I'm like, "Time to ixnay it, boys." So I kind of shut him down and then just went into something I'm passionate about, and that's body positivity and men's mental health awareness.
That's
like
cool,
it's just
man.
and I kind of found my calling at that point. I found a platform in that and just kind of never looked back.
I see that when you're actually passionate about what your content is, that's the secret.
It is.
That's the secret, man. Like all these people can go on and do whatever they think might be popular for that minute, but it always comes through and across really fake.
Yeah, and I've always been kind of rogue in that.
Yeah.
You know, I don't follow the trends. I'm not the guy dancing on TikTok, you know.
Yeah.
I just kind of go off my own whim, and if I like it, that's what matters, man.
That's cool,
Yeah.
man. Well, it's more rewarding that way, and you're like actually confident in what you're putting out, and you enjoy
Love it.
and spreading a message.
Yeah, man.
You know, which is great.
To get those messages where people are like, you know, that 25-second video you did, bro, I got out of bed today because of that. Thank you.
Yeah,
Man, that is fucking huge.
that's amazing,
You know?
dude.
So do you try to with your videos? Do you just kind of free flow them? Do you rehearse them, or do like
I don't write anything down, man.
just
I,
cut the camera on and go?
Yep. I think of something that I want to talk about that day, right? And I might record it 2 or 3 times because, you know, sometimes I sound like a dumb shit. But, yeah, man, I just kind of just let it go. I feel like you're going to get your point across much more if it comes out natural.
Sincere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome, dude. I was pumped that you guys came to the party. You know,
I'm
Like, I
glad
was
we got to
excited.
come. It was insane.
That
It
was
was
so cool.
insane.
Let's talk about that some more.
Yeah, we
Absolutely. We need to talk about that some more.
Mark
We did-
Weiss, Alice Cooper.
Yes.
He did so
Mark
amazing.
Weiss did a great job.
It was awesome.
Did you get the opportunity to meet Mark?
Okay. Not only did I get the chance to meet Mark, I got down on my hands and knees because, like, I know who the
wait a
guy
minute.
is.
Oh,
bro.
wait a minute.
And I take a picture of this guy with Jacob,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Send me that." And I'm like, "Cool. What social media platform?" And he's like, "My number." And I was like, So that was kind of a cool moment for
Yeah,
me,
dude.
man.
Well, he was standing out there with me, and Jacob come walking by, and he was like, how do y'all know Jacob Bunton? I was like, oh, well, like, I know him because I grew up with him. I knew him
Yeah.
since I was a kid. And I said, he's working with Charlie. And he's like, holy shit, I can't believe that Jacob Bunton's here. He's like,
Yeah.
he's a huge fan of Jacob's.
Dude,
Oh,
he was
really?
standing in the VIP, and I'm standing here like a child. I'm like, what do I do
Dude,
with
you
my
should have
hands?
said something. I'd have brought you
We
over there.
introduced him.
Okay,
He got
cool.
introduced.
Yeah, I ended up walking up and just, you know, telling him, hey, man, great to meet you. Big fan. Can I get a
Cool.
picture? You know,
That's awesome.
the basic
man.
white girl thing.
Yeah.
Jacob's a sweetheart, man.
Yeah,
Yes.
of course.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
changing his name from Ernieboys to Fanboys.
Okay, that's enough. I feel like Udi's in the room now.
Oh, yeah. They're at the zoo this morning.
Yep, we're exactly where he belongs.
Dude, Udi did good last night too, man. He did great MCing. And
Well, I
so
want to
did
tell you, man, Udi has been a hell of a host.
Yeah.
So we got down here. He made everything seamless for me.
you. Yeah, dude.
He was-
He's a good dude.
He's been fantastic.
He's a real guy, man. Like his persona on his social media platforms, which he does a lot of silly stuff, but like when it comes down to like being genuine, like he's a real genuine guy.
Yeah, the guy's
Fits-
got it.
Yeah, fits in great.
Yeah.
So, but no, I want to talk about $10,000 in cash given away for fucking costume party.
Costumes.
Are you kidding me?
don't
I
know.
thought that dude that won was gonna shit in himself.
I think he did actually.
I mean,
I shit for him.
we gave him an extra $500 to do it on camera.
did Eric and Daryl get that on
yeah.
film?
they
You can
did.
check that out on our Patreon.
Oh yeah, man! Thanks to Eric and Daryl for
Yes.
the live feed last night.
Yeah, so Eric and Daryl there. If you guys don't follow Eric and Daryl's YouTube channel, go follow it as well as Ernieboys on all platforms. But
Yeah.
so Eric, Eric is our new producer. Dustin, he actually moved to
Missouri.
to do some things up there. So we missed Dustin, but Eric was like, I kind of fanboyed a little bit
Yeah, of
because
course.
I was a fan of their channel anyway, and I've watched their content for a couple of years, and
Yep.
and so when Eric was like, "Hey man, I'd love to do it," I was like, "Are you kidding me?
Right.
Like this is great, you know."
It don't get no better.
It doesn't. And so those guys are pros, man. They're the
Oh, yeah.
content they make and their ability. Can somebody bring me some napkins in here so I can wipe
Wipe
my
his
mouth?
Right? You
But
doing okay
You
over
got,
there,
a little,
buddy?
you got a little jizz on
Yeah.
your chin right there.
But those guys are so put together and they're so sweet and they're the best freaking humans on the face of the earth. but they're so passionate and talented about what they do.
And they're always happy. Guys are guys are always happy.
Well, I'll tell you, I won't go too much into who it is, but we're talking to somebody about them doing some work for this individual. And so anyway, when we got off the phone, this telephone conversation we were having, this particular individual called me back and he's like, dude, those are the guys. He was like, those guys are professional. He was like, I'm going to tell you why. He said, because I asked him about how to do something instead of blowing smoke up my ass. Oh, yeah, we can do that. He told me, look, I don't know, but I'll look into it and see if we can actually make that happen. He's like, he said, normally people, when they talk to me, they're like, oh, we can do it. Yeah, we'll do it. And he's like, man, I know immediately.
So last night, dude, what was so cool is they live streamed the whole event and every performance.
Is insane.
Right.
But they didn't just fucking live stream it with phones. Look, they had multiple camera angles of the stage. They had all this. They had their thing set up so they could talk to their people. It was like
professional.
Yeah, I was like, wow, this is great.
Very impressive.
And it was just seamless.
Well, they did the interviews and like, it was very well put together.
Yep.
I'm glad you're here, Eric. Thanks, man.
Yeah, dude.
Well, thanks, guys.
I'm gonna blush in there.
Come in here and give me a kiss.
I'm the new wizard behind the curtain.
The wizard.
I love X5. This is awesome. So, yeah, it was
Eric
a great
got
night.
his first X5 tramp stamp last week.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Udi told me that I was going to be the first one to get it.
Oh, he
lied.
I think Eric's temporary tattoo though is not real.
Did you get some temporary X5 tattoos?
No, but you know what? We should.
We need to do that.
That's a great idea.
We definitely need to do that.
Get some temporary X5 tattoos, man.
So last night, let's go through the rundown.
Yep.
Ernieboys.
Yep.
Udi, Dovey Das, David Brubaker, Semi Stupid, Scott on Tape. Who else?
Mark Wise.
Velcro Pygmies.
Danny Frazier.
Danny Frazier.
DJ Danny C.
Yeah.
Big Earl.
Big Earl.
Big Earl.
Big Earl just blew me out of the
what
water.
What did you think about? I'm anxious. That was your first time.
Yeah.
To see Big Earl,
or
a lot of these people, but Big Earl in particular, him starting the show was great. What did you think about him?
So Big Earl to me is kind of like who was that? Jeff Foxworthy. He seems like a more run up version of that, man. He is funny, dude.
Yeah, great musician, great singer, great guitar player.
And I'll tell you what, I was sitting down having drinks,
Yeah.
Fucking Earl just comes strolling in just like he owns the place, and he's like, what's up? He makes a dick joke, sits down, asks if I want a drink, and dude, we sat there for probably an hour and a half. He was fantastic.
Now they're getting a timeshare.
Yeah, now they're getting friendship bracelets.
Yeah, man. So it was awesome.
It's so cool.
And 95.1 for them being
95.1 The Rocket. Thank you guys so much. Cassio killed it MCing last night. Cassio's costume was so funny.
No, great.
I said, dude, I was like, you were going to burn up in that tonight. And he was like, nah. And he pulled it up. He's like, not if you're not wearing anything under it.
Yeah, he didn't have anything on under it either. He was not kidding. At one point, he come up and hugged me, and I went to hug him, and somehow my arm got under his Mexican blanket he was wearing.
Yep, and you got soaking wet.
Oh, nice.
Dude.
Slimy.
It was like when you pull your arm out from inseminating a cow.
Oh, God.
Very lubricated.
Like the first words that I said to Cassio last night, like meeting him, I'm like, man, Campbell's Soup could probably make a product with what's going on with your balls right now. Dude, you've got to be on.
He did so good, though. It was such a good time, man. It was good vibes there.
There were so many people there, it's hard to remember everybody. I think we got everybody, though.
Well, I think,
Rob cooking.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Chef
Rob.
Chef Rob.
Killed it last
Oh,
night.
man, it was so good.
I've never had a steak like that.
Dude, Rob is the baddest son of a gun.
If I could
Ever.
shake that guy's hand, I'd probably be there instead of doing the podcast. Man, that steak was fantastic.
Yeah.
So he was there last night. He was the guy dressed up like Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
I got a picture with him then.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
All right.
You did shake his hand. You shook his hand.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
He's so cool, man. But godly, that dude can just do wonders.
With a grill.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what I was
And
most
eggs.
impressed with last night throughout the whole entire thing.
Yeah, and eggs. Corey Feldman loved his eggs. Corey, if you're watching, you know what that means.
Yeah.
I think I heard that story.
I told it to him.
Mm.
There's a whole episode somewhere coming out about it.
No, we're not
Yeah.
going to put that out. But I will say, Corey,
You're lucky.
We may send it
Things
to
get
him.
better for you, buddy, because they need to.
We could send it to Corey. Maybe we can get that sent to him.
Poor old Corey. I didn't realize he was as short as he is.
Yeah, he's a little
Hey
dude.
man,
He's a little
short,
bitty.
being
No,
short's
he
okay.
makes-
though.
dude,
He's
you-
shorter
it's
than
okay,
you and
though.
I.
You look like
He's
Andre
shorter
the
than-
Giant next to Corey Powell.
Is he really that little?
He's
Yeah,
pretty-
he's
he's
so
little.
little.
He's
wow.
like, how tall are you, Bert?
5'7".
And he
he's
looks like
5'5",
he
maybe.
looks like a an extra in a Tim Burton movie
Stop it.
that they
Yeah.
didn't use. Like he looks like a
So we're gonna
like
create
if
another
Edward Scissorhands had Down syndrome. That's what Corey
Just a
felt like.
touch of the tism.
Just a touch of it, just a sprinkle, not full on.
Lord, don't get us off on this again.
No,
Yeah, we're gonna have
no,
another episode we
no,
can't
we're
air.
reining it in.
No, I don't want to rein it in, but
But that's as deep as we're going to cut on that. I mean, the guy, dude, he does it to himself. Enough,
does.
So it's all
well, I
good.
mean, last thing, we gave him a platform to come in here and air out why that happens, and
And then, but he 100%. And then we're going to move past
Yep.
this. But at 100%, we've seen why this continues
Right.
to happen.
correct,
Yep.
correct. So what
Very self-sabotage.
you were going to say the thing that most impressed you about last night?
Oh yeah, man. Is I ran into a plethora of people last night.
Ooh, hold on a second. Big word. That's the first one. I'm keeping
Oh.
keeping a tally over here.
Yeah, tally for
There's
big words.
number one, plethora.
Plethora.
I run into
Hold
a
on.
bunch of people last night.
Let's say it together.
You're in Alabama.
Plethora.
There we go.
Okay,
That sounded
fair
great.
enough. It did
Oh,
sound
there we
good.
go.
All
What
right.
does it mean?
Oh, here we go.
It's just an abundance of.
a large or excessive amount of something, a plethora of committees and subcommittees.
An excessive body fluid.
Oh God,
That's what it says.
Oh, it does. No, that's
Ugh.
is
what?
that just an example though?
I think so.
it's
dude. I don't
yeah,
know.
I think it's for the medical side.
I don't know.
All right. So anyway, continue.
I met all these people last night. We're just gonna move past that
He
shit.
said,
he got-
I met a herd of people.
I was covered in all these people's body fluids last night.
And no, I wasn't.
including Cassio's.
I was going to say I think Casio was the closest.
Yeah.
Everybody that I ran into though was super quick to introduce themselves.
Yeah.
Dude, everybody was so nice last night.
Yep.
Well, you're in Alabama, man. I mean, for the most part, that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, people get the wrong idea based on. I mean, and there are stereotypes in Alabama that are absolutely true, but like a lot of people get the wrong impression when they're not from here. But it's it's a pretty okay place to be.
Oh, yeah, it's a great place to be.
Good. There's
the
good people.
hospitality is second to none here, man.
Well, it's the South. It's the Southern thing. Southern
Yeah.
hospitality.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
out of everybody last night, what was your aha moment? Like, you're like, oh, that person's here, and I'm talking to them.
Jacob.
Really?
Dude, I almost touched myself publicly. It was fucking
He would have liked
awesome,
that.
dude. And then he gets on stage and absolutely destroyed that guitar. And I'm just
Dude.
like, man,
Awesome.
I literally got to see that live.
I asked Chase if he needed to change the strings after Jacob just got off there and absolutely destroyed his
Oh, man,
guitar.
he
When
wrecked
Chase come back up,
Yeah.
so I'm standing over there, and Chase comes back up. And
Thanks.
Jacob hands him his guitar, and Chase goes, "Damn, dude, you didn't have to do me like that."
Jacob was just a badass. Man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All the way around.
Chase is a great guitar player too.
Oh, he is.
100%.
But Jacob is next level.
With
Yeah.
somebody of his status, though, man, super humble guy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Jacob,
You
yeah,
know?
dude,
Mhm.
super humble guy.
Well, I mean, we grew up in like nothing. We didn't have anything. Like none of us. I mean, Charlie comes from the same background. Like we all grew up in lower to middle class families, and like we didn't have shit.
We was poor as fuck. I
Yeah.
grew up in a housing project.
Right. We didn't
I
have-
wasn't middle class.
Wasn't that long ago.
Well, I mean, but we didn't have anything, and like
Yeah.
he was always so passionate about music, and Charlie knows this. The very first little band I ever played in when I was like 11 years old was me and Jacob and a guy named Jason Kennedy who played drums for a band called Dead Cell Factor for a while. And of course, Jason's not with us anymore. God rest his soul. But we had a band. It was called Allergic,
Oh,
and we had airbrush T-shirts that
Oh,
said
shit.
Allergic that had our names on them, like we work at Best Buy, and we had parachute pants, and we all had mullets.
oh, dude,
Like I'm talking about killer mullets.
that's awesome.
And this was before Jacob sang. And so he had this Jackson guitar, a white Jackson guitar, like CC DeVille had,
right,
and like a little PV amp, and like we would play talent shows and stuff, and it was just instrumentals, like 3-chord instrumental stuff, man,
Awesome.
and just kill it.
that's
Or
awesome.
we thought we were killing it.
Well, hell, you were for 11 years old, I'm sure.
Right, but then of course he goes off and becomes this Grammy award winning producer, and I mean he
2-time.
he did it like
He
yeah.
said,
Don't be
he
fanboy
said
now. Don't be
twice.
Well, I'll tell you the interesting
Hey,
thing.
and real quick,
Yeah.
because I got to give a shout out for this. I'm glad you guys brought Jacob up. So
Yeah.
Jacob, is the singer for Mick Mars,
his
Mick Mars solo record,
which is coming out in a couple days.
Coming out, the first single's coming out in a couple of days.
Yeah.
And so make sure you guys go out and support that. Buy, download it, whatever the fuck you crazy kids do these days. But make sure to support that because it's great people. Mick's a sweetheart too. Good dude, great player, and I'm glad he's finally getting his solo music out there.
Hell yeah, he's the guitar player for Motley Crue, dude.
Yeah.
What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Well,
There was nothing when we were young. Motley Crue, there was nothing else,
Well,
man. It's Motley Crue.
I'll tell you what, and I'm not trying to throw my dick out here.
All right,
Anything, but-
reel it in.
But here we
So-
go.
But here we go.
But I'm going to do it anyway.
So I'm sitting in Mick Mars's house.
Name dropping. Watch yourself now. Shit's
Yeah.
getting deep.
So
These are
it's-
white
it's
shoes,
Me
bud.
and it's me and Jacob and Mick only, and we're in his home studio, and I'm telling this story to get to a point to another story. So we're sitting there, and I'm just trying to keep it together because on the inside, my 12-year-old Charlie with my Motley Crue posters on my wall is freaking the fuck out
Oh yeah.
because I look down and there's Isabella,
Oh
the guitar that
Yes.
was in the Girls video, this famous
Wow.
Motley Crue, and it's like right here. Like I almost knocked it over getting up. Like, not really, but,
oh.
Oh, okay.
but so I'm in there, and it's just sea of guitars, but I see that one because I'm like, oh my god, like I was like, I wanted to just kind of go touch it real quick, just so some of the mojo would wash off,
Right.
And so I'm sitting there, and Mick, we're just talking and hanging out, and Mick starts playing us, not some of the stuff on this new record, but some other new stuff he's working on. Because Mick's very talented. Mick is just, how that guy writes is unbelievable.
Yeah.
But it dawned on me. So this stuff and I don't want to give too much. I don't
Right.
want to say too much or whatever.
Yeah.
But I will say this: when we were listening to that stuff, the stuff he was working on, it's definitely harder than Crue.
Yeah.
But that guitar tone, mixed tone, bone tone that's in his hands and like his is Motley Crue.
Oh yeah.
Like it's still, even the other stuff he was playing, it was like because it was the same 80s chords or this or that. He is Motley Crue.
Of course.
Oh, he's Crue.
And him, and I don't want to take anything away from Vince. We crack on Vince, a lot.
Give him a hard time.
We give Vince a hard time sometimes, but Tommy and Nikki, I mean, replaceable,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Right.
The tones, it's not Motley Crue without Vince, and it's not Motley Crue without Mick.
Nope.
The other two guys could,
Yeah.
whatever.
I mean it's Motley Crue is Mick, Nikki, Vince. And,
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
great to see that. But
Tommy.
but I'm just saying, like, musically and sonically,
Right.
like, and John, and not taking anything away from John Five.
Well, he's
John
a great
Five
guitar
is
player.
a beast, but also a great guy.
Yeah. Is he?
John is a
Yeah.
great dude, but it's not Crue. It doesn't sound the same.
Well, no, it's different. I mean, you play guitar, you understand. Like you said, in the bones, like your technique's different. Like he wrote those songs. Those songs meant something to him when he put those songs together.
Yeah.
And John Five's, again, not taking anything away from him, but I
Yeah,
mean, he's
no,
almost doing like a cover project. He's playing Motley Crue songs.
Well, and that's great for John. I'm glad
course.
John got that gig and stuff. But it's just so weird to me because when you step back and you think about all the ingredients that have to go into a band that become that successful,
But it's just not the music aspect
and
of it.
you
though.
take one of those ingredients away, just one, which that's a major ingredient. Mick is a major ingredient. Mick named the band.
Of course.
It's just
It changes the whole
It
thing.
changes
man.
the whole
Well,
vibe.
Mick is his to really describe bone tone. It's like that guy could pick up any guitar,
Yeah.
and you're gonna go, it's Mick Mars.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a real unique thing in players. You know, I mean, you hear Eddie Van Halen,
Mm-hmm.
you know it's Eddie.
Zach
is-
Wilde.
Yep.
Yeah.
But Mick
Slash-
Mars is
Slash
the
is
Motley
like that.
Crue riff scent, that tone, you know. It's like if they go and write again, you know, with John 5, it's going to be great, but you're going to miss that bone
Well,
tone.
and you know they're going to put a
hardcore.
record out.
They're
just
going.
because of
There's
that.
no way they're not.
Yeah.
you
Do we
know.
have any bands these days that, like, newer bands that have that? The guitar players is just so signature, like Slash and
The problem is with music industry these days, like kids' attention spans. Like I can, like being in a band. You know, you talk about us, like all the sing along stuff we do. There's a reason why we do that. It's because those sing along parts are the only thing that we can keep them engaged in because there's the attention span is 30 second. They want to hear something new. So that's why you don't see that as much these days. You don't see as much of these, you know, rock bands like Motley. I don't know, and this is just my opinion, but I don't know that you'll ever see that again.
No,
Terry,
I
what
don't
do you
think so
think?
either.
Yep.
It'd be tough.
Right.
I'm not saying that it won't happen, but it would be tough. I mean,
Terry, you lucky you got your outfit from Mimes Are Us.
mimes are.
Terry's always
He's
dressed
like,
in all black.
guys, I got to wrap it up. I got to get to Paris. I got to get on the corner and do some mime shit
I gotta-
this afternoon.
I got to
Mime
finally
shit.
get out of that fucking box.
Box.
Damn it.
I want to practice that shit.
So what? We're talking music. You know, what genre of music? What are you into?
A little bit of everything, which is kind of garbage because I'm a metal guy, dude. Through and
Yeah?
through.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Some
yeah,
names.
dude.
You and I
Some
need to
names.
hang.
So I like Attila. I like Falling in Reverse, Avenged Sevenfold.
Love it.
Yeah.
And you know, you kind of asked, you know, are there any, you know, guitarists out there, dude? If
Sinister Gauge. Yeah.
dude, if he picks up a guitar,
That's
you
true.
know it's Gates.
That's true.
You-
That's
you
true.
know it's him.
It's more on the metal side if you get that. It's gonna be the
Absolutely.
metal side.
You know, you
Oh,
can
yeah.
almost pick out who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
But yeah, I'm a metal guy.
Yep.
Favorite band, Charlie?
Like what genre?
Doesn't matter.
You have to come back. I got. That's such a wide open question.
Yeah, because
Okay. We'll narrow it down. Favorite rock band.
Oh, favorite rock band.
Favorite rock band.
It was Guns N' Roses.
Yep.
Which I still love. It's always been my favorite. But I tell you what, not to throw my dick out one more time, but I just recently had all access backstage to Kiss. You know, this is their last.
He keeps
tour.
talking about not throwing his dick out. It's going to be chafed after this fucking.
And then he
show,
throws
man.
it way out.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And I've always loved Kiss, but that was my first Kiss show.
It changes your mind.
It changes your fucking life.
Yeah.
actually.
Really.
Dude, yeah, and then you remember, you're like, oh my God, that's a hit, and those guys are in their 70s and in great shape, still fucking murdering it.
Well, they play hit.
Yeah.
Hit. They don't play anything. You go 2 hours of nothing but fucking platinum, multi-platinum hits
and it's
dude.
great, dude.
that span almost an entire decade.
For 2 days after that, because Casey, my wife, she was beside me, and you guys know how Paul Stanley talks to the crowd. Well, all right, how y'all doing? Yeah, everybody say live. Yeah, and she goes, does he always talk like that? I'm like he sounds like a cartoon character or something. I'm like, yes. And so for 2 days, I was like, hey, babe, you give me something to eat? All right. Hey, babe, make me a sandwich, baby.
Paul Stanley had a
Yeah.
drive-through.
Right.
Let's go get some coffee.
Welcome to McDonald's, baby. Bert,
What?
what's your favorite rock band?
It would I still have to be
What?
kind of different decades, really. But the one I would say I listen to the most, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably everybody's gonna think I'm weird for this, was Breaking Benjamin.
Okay.
I've always been
No,
a
man.
huge
No,
Breaking
great
Benjamin
band.
Yeah, Terry.
Ozzy.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
fan.
He's like,
he was like,
yeah.
okay.
I mean, everybody
Ozzy.
that knows me is Ozzy, man.
Yep, I knew that was coming.
And Black
Yeah.
Sabbath.
What about you, Jeff?
Me, Tool. I'm a huge Tool fan.
You look like a damn Tool.
I am.
No, he's a marker
You
sniffer.
look like a
Yeah,
Tool.
I'm a marker sniffing Tool fan.
I was never. Well, it's because you're a fucking bass player. Though.
Correct.
But I was never a Tool fan.
Yeah.
Now I liked the Perfect Circle. I like some
Perfect
stuff,
Circle
but
was
I
good.
just never got into the whole Maynard thing, and I just thought he was overrated.
I think it would have been
Um,
way cooler if the songs weren't 47 minutes
Yeah.
fucking long.
It was
And
it's
the
like
same
going to
riff.
a rock version of a
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
Widespread Panic concert. You're like, God damn, it's 2 hours.
Their
And they're
concerts-
starting the second song.
Their
now.
concerts are really so. The thing that so let me tell you or explain to you why I like Tool.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay. Cool.
And
Let's move past it. 'Cause
well, no,
nobody cares.
it's quick. It's a
Tool.
the reason that I like Tool is it's very rare that you go to a show and you can hear them play the songs almost identically as they are on the record.
Well,
Like-
what the reason that is it's such shitty music.
Oh God,
it's
damn.
so easy to replicate that live.
It's
Shit.
It's not easy to replicate.
I'm
it
not
at
a
all.
big Tool fan,
Right,
but
Bubba,
that's got to be difficult.
yeah, man. I mean,
I'm
if,
kidding.
I know
man.
you are.
Tool. Honestly, Tool's terrible. But anyway, so you thought I was going to say they're great, but
No, I knew
No.
exactly what you were
They're-
fixing to say.
if you like to eat mushrooms, man, just tell us that. you know?
yeah, it's like if you want to go be in a fucking drum circle and play hacky sack, bro, it's your own.
That's
business.
not the kind of band Tool is, you fucking idiot.
I thought I smelled patchouli oil today in the studio. I didn't know.
We're not talking about a fucking fish show.
He's go Bonnaroo Bob over here.
I've never gone to a Tool show and smelled patchouli. What? Okay, Terry. Tool.
Hey,
what's
kind,
your
what kind of
opinion?
cologne
like
do
'em.
people wear at a Tool concert?
What's that?
What kind of cologne do people wear at a Tool concert?
I don't think they
Axe.
do.
It's Axe.
Chris
fucking
said it's
It's all
Axe.
natural.
100%. It's either Axe or definitely
Dracar Noir.
preferred stock.
Preferred
stock.
Isn't that like a fucking Kmart brand?
Yeah, like from '89.
I will say I'm not a big Tool fan either, but I think just there's so many different types of people that listen to Tool.
Right.
Like people you wouldn't think
Well,
like it. And
so
they-
look, I
And Ghost, and I like Ghost.
I like Ghost. Okay, but Tool like it's math rock.
it's,
yeah.
So
it's
I get it.
repetitive.
Prog rock, man.
It is, but it's just I don't know.
It's the same riff for fucking 30
It is.
minutes.
It's
That's the only
fucking-
reason I don't like it.
yeah.
I love their riffs. I think they're a great band, but they're just so
fucking
repetitive.
mind numbing.
it is, dude. Yeah, I'd rather eat a bowl of fucking
But they-
hair
hey,
than go to a Tool
Let me tell you, there's a lot of
just
people that love that
aggressively
band.
stomp Legos and listen to
Yeah.
fucking Tool.
Well, they were
Stop
coming. Well, they were coming to Birmingham in January, and I were going to talk to them about coming on the pod, but I guess that's out.
I don't think I'd want them on here, dude. I don't think so. I'd be like,
Dude.
those '90s sitcoms. Like Bert agree with me on this. Like they're just great to watch,
Yeah.
and especially at night, and you're trying to like get your mind to slow down, and so you can go to sleep. But everybody loves Raymond,
Seinfeld.
and Frasier.
Frasier was great. That was one of
And
my
that's back on
Love
again.
Frasier.
Frasier's back
They
on.
got a new one. I hadn't seen it
I
yet. You
haven't
know,
either.
they started like new episodes of Frasier. I hear it's
Cheers.
good.
Cheers.
I never was into Cheers.
No.
I semi got into that.
I loved Malcolm in the Middle, man. I always fucked with that so
Yeah,
heavy.
Malcolm. That was a little after my time. I was already, like dating women.
I was going to say, touching things that
Parker
enjoyed.
Parker Lewis Can't Lose. You remember that show?
No,
Oh, what? I
I was
remember
born in
the-
the '80s.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I remember that name, but I
Yeah.
don't remember the show.
Now-
It was a really popular show for
I
a while.
do remember that. I think.
Yeah, Parker Lewis Can't Lose.
Yeah.
It was like a spin-off version of like Ferris Bueller.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was very the format of the show was very serious, similar to a Ferris Bueller.
What was your favorite show growing up as a kid, Chris?
Dallas.
Who shot
okay,
JR?
calm down.
Calm down.
I didn't really have a whole lot, man. Like I said, I was a gamer growing up. Like I played video games. I didn't really watch.
What
a whole
year
lot
were
of
you
TV.
born?
89.
What's your social security number?
Okay.
What's your
talk
mother's
later.
maiden
He
name?
goes 7.
What's your mother's maiden name?
No, so you're 89. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was born in 80. So yeah, we were two different.
That's almost 10 years apart.
Mm.
So yeah, it's a huge.
That's enough to do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're normally good like 2 or 3 years, but like once you get to 5 or over, it's like it changes.
I tried to watch. I used to love Doogie Howser.
Fucking
when I was a
Doogie,
kid.
man.
I tried to watch some of that on. It was either on Hulu or Roku. You can go on there and watch all these old
yeah.
shows.
You look like a MASH guy.
Fuck,
He
MASH.
looks like he looks like he'd watch 60
MASH.
minutes.
No, I did. I used to watch 60 Minutes. MASH was the show that you knew it was time to go to bed.
Yeah, I
when it
fucking
came on
hated
TV.
MASH, dude.
I never watched it. It was time to shut the TV off and go to bed when MASH came on.
MASH.
MASH.
I liked
man.
it. I liked MASH,
I
but
never
it's not
liked
one of those I don't seek
You
out
would
and
like
watch.
MASH.
but I did like it.
You
man.
would.
Does that make me weird?
Yeah, of course it does.
Dude, I like different strokes.
I bet you do.
yes,
we're still
I
talking.
did.
Hey, we're still talking about shows here, okay?
Hey, you're not supposed to be talking when you're wearing that costume, bro.
Well, it's not a costume.
I don't know. I've seen it 3 days in a row. That's
Yeah,
a
that's
fucking costume, bud.
Fucking different strokes. Who said different strokes?
That was me, man.
It was you said different strokes?
Hey, what was the show? Was it Webster?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was a
Remember
very
what-
that was kind of
You won't
similar.
remember that.
Webster?
You remember you used to ride in the the little, what do they call the elevator for food?
Oh, a dumb bar?
waiter.
Dumb waiter.
Yeah, he used to ride in that. You remember that?
Yeah.
I was like, that's so weird.
Pull the rope.
Yeah.
from-
What if he falls? I mean, I remember being a kid going, that's not safe.
Get out of that thing, Webster. You're going to get hurt.
Yeah.
What was the one with Urkel?
That was Family
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 Matters.
matters, dude.
Family Matters,
Little air condition this day and age. Yeah.
Oh, Urkel.
yeah.
That show was awesome, though, man.
And then you had Step by Step.
Step by step. I've gotten into this YouTube channel that I've been watching that it goes over like 80s and 90s spin-offs that
Yeah.
didn't work.
Yeah.
And like I didn't realize like how many like 80s and 90s shows had spin-offs
Oh, dude,
that
so
just
many.
fucking bombed, dude.
How about Alf? You guys remember that?
Alf
Oh,
was
yeah.
Hey,
great.
Eric and Daryl. Daryl just got here. I see him in the control room. What was your guys' top 3 favorite 80s or early 90s sitcoms?
Oh, that's a
growing
good
up?
question for those guys.
Yeah.
Oh man, I liked Family Ties. I liked Perfect Strangers. Remember
Perfect
that one?
Strangers.
Perfect
I
Strangers,
do.
Yeah.
Jeff's favorite was My Two Dads. I'm going to tell you guys.
Hey, you dude, it's so funny that you said that. I'm going to tell you, it's so funny you said that. I've been rewatching that show.
I bet you
I have. I've been rewatching that show on YouTube, and I don't know why.
He bought those jeans from their merch website.
You know, nowadays that would be a completely different show.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, I
yeah,
feel
yeah.
like a lot of the shows back in the 80s, you couldn't replicate
No,
the kind
dude.
of comedy that
They-
came out of those, man.
No, you couldn't.
Mm.
Yeah.
No, they were showing clips from like the movie, like Steve Martin and the Jerk.
Yeah.
You know, and they were showing like,
Classic.
could you make this movie today?
No.
and
Never.
you're like, you're like, like,
Yeah.
yeah, you could, but probably
Yeah.
wouldn't go over so well with the
Cancel culture that we have going on
Yeah,
right now.
Yeah.
it's nuts.
Blazing Saddles. Probably couldn't
Yeah.
make that one.
No, you definitely
No,
couldn't.
hell no. You couldn't do that one. There's a bunch of them that you couldn't do these days.
You guys
Oh.
remember the Fall Guy?
I love Fall Guy. Lee
Fall Guy,
Majors.
yep.
I met him once when I was 12 years old in Hollywood, Florida.
Does
Oh,
he
yeah?
ever put it up?
Yep. Yep. He was
Or does it
crushing
just
just
hang out all
so
the way?
hard, too.
He normally tapes it to his
And I-
leg, but
Lee Majors, he got out and he was exactly what you would think Lee Majors would be. So he gets out and he's got this like silk shirt on out of this Cadillac.
I was
you
going
know.
to say, what kind of car?
It was a Cadillac, and he had this woman with him. She's at least 30 or probably 20 years younger.
Yeah.
And he had the furry Teen Wolf chest hair with his shirt unbuttoned, you know, and big rope gold chain with some kind of nugget medallion.
Booyah.
Smelled like Stetson. You know,
Oh,
just crushing it, dude. He's crushing it. The pleated Wranglers, you know, with the pleats on the front. I was like, that's Lee Majors. Cool. You
Should
know,
you go take a picture with him?
that's the Fall Guy now. I didn't.
I can't believe we're talking about 80s shows and nobody's done A-Team. And
Oh, yeah. Well, that's all the
Fucking-
Gibbons. That's
Yeah,
the,
those are like
yeah.
the
Night Rider,
Knight Rider.
A-Team, Dukes of Hazzard,
Yeah.
Airwolf, all that. That's just like the Gibbons. They were all, you know, the coolest shows. Some of the coolest shows were all based around vehicles.
Yep.
You know.
motorcycles, cars.
Mhm. Have you guys seen the documentary on Evel Knievel that Johnny Knoxville did?
No, but
I heard
You
about
guys
it.
got to watch that.
It's good.
good?
Yeah, and it's free right now on YouTube. It's amazing, dude. It's so good.
Fucking-
Johnny Knoxville's a great filmmaker anyway, but
He's so underrated.
he is, dude. But this is like it's amazing. I think
Really?
it's called Being Evil.
Being evil.
Yeah, it's great. Go check that out.
Now
bro.
that dude, Evel Knievel, That was the craziest son of a bitch alive.
He was like, he's the kind of guy that carried one of those little pistols in his sock. I'll tell you one damn thing, you son of a bitch. You know, that's Evel Knievel, man.
Like,
And-
you got to think about what, like, screw do you have to have loose in your fucking brain
yeah,
to say, you know what, I'm going to get on a motorcycle, not a dirt bike,
fucking Harley.
a fucking Harley.
He started on Triumph,
Right.
And then he moved to Harleys.
And I'm going to take this thing at 95 miles an hour and jump over 12 fucking school buses.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a fucking good idea. Let's do that.
And it made him a multimillionaire, though.
Yeah.
And he was doing it with nobody. I mean, he originated the shit.
He said he's broke every bone in his body.
He was such a smart hustler. Let me tell you what he did. So, he was such a self-promotion machine.
Yeah.
But he was a little bit of a con man, so he was like a hustler, you know. So you know the Caesar's Palace jump he did, the fountains, the
Yep.
first one that he missed.
Yep.
So nobody was going to let him do it.
No shit.
Okay, so but he still was just now breaking in, so nobody really gave a fuck about who he was. That's what got him famous, right? So what he did back then is he would call all these news outlets as different people. He'd be like, "Hey, this is so and so from whatever. I need to borrow. We're filming the big Evel Knievel jump at Caesar's Palace, and we need to know where your channel's setting up because of where we're setting up, and they're telling us here that our places are mixed." He would just do stuff like that. But then he would call the fucking owner of Caesar's Palace every week as a different journalist, saying, "Hey, we just wanted to make sure our media pass for the this huge jump that you guys are putting on with the world famous Evel Knievel."
Oh, wow.
And the guy was like, "Who is this Evel Knievel?" And enough people, Evel kept calling him using different voices for like 3 weeks, and finally the guy was like, "Oh no, yeah, we're excited about it. We're doing all that," and that's how he did it.
Reverse psychology,
Yeah,
man.
man.
That is genius
That's
marketing.
small town hustle, is what.
Hell
that
yeah,
is.
it is.
That's old school. You can't
You got
do
to
that.
make
Oh,
your
yeah.
own luck.
Jesus Christ. What was his real name?
Maynard Keenan, I think is what it was.
Oh shit, we went backwards.
but no, something evil. I don't know. Fuck.
Hey, we've got some
What
producers
is
in
Evel Knievel's real name, Eric?
Yeah, Robert Craig
there. Are you
Knievel.
Okay.
Knievel was his real name?
Yeah,
huh?
K-N.
Evel Knievel.
Yep, there it is
Yeah,
right there. Look at
Knievel.
that. Look at that dude. That guy looks like he shaves with a fucking spoon and just can strike a match off the side of his face.
So it
and
turns out I did
totally
not pull that
hit
out of
on
my
your
ass.
wife at a bar.
Isn't there?
And you would
there a-
let her,
isn't
or
there a-
you would let him. You know,
Isn't
what
there
I
an
mean?
Evel Knievel Jr. now?
Well, he's
there
dead
was,
too.
Yeah.
He's dead too.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't know he was dead too.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
He drowned in a hot tub with Matthew Perry. That's horrible.
With Matthew Perry.
Yeah. I'm not going to sink that low to do the drowning jokes. That's horrible.
I'm gonna
you
get
already
canceled
did.
tomorrow. 100%.
You'll be all right.
It's too early. It's too soon.
Yeah, no, so he passed, and then he's got another son that's living, though. Evel does, yeah.
So Evel Knievel the third.
Yeah, bring up Evel Knievel's children. Yeah, Robbie Knievel, he passed away just recently. Yeah, 2023
Oh
of
shit!
January.
Yeah, this year.
Oh shit.
Yeah, sure did.
Wow.
And he was a good stunt man too.
Yeah. I mean,
He got
anybody-
big in the 90s.
Well,
and
he
stuff.
actually rode a dirt bike.
Yeah,
you know,
he wasn't as of a man as his dad was.
Right. He didn't jump it on a fucking Harley.
Yeah, on a 800-pound motorcycle.
Yeah, no shit, man. Over 12 school buses.
What's his other children?
Robbie? That's Robbie.
That's Robbie.
I remember him more than I think I do his
Yeah.
his dad.
Yeah. Do you guys remember Super Dave Osborne?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Super
Oh, yeah.
Dave.
He was
Super Dave.
awesome. Other children. were-
Every one of these guys looks like they have like boxes of Slim Jims laying around their house.
Oh, you know they do.
Welcome to a Slim Jim.
And for some reason, they're always got that sleeve of tennis balls.
Oh,
You know what I mean? It's like, well, I use that for plantar fasciitis. Put it in the floor and roll them.
Put it on the bottom of their walker.
You know, it's always awkward. You're at somebody's house, and you know they don't fucking play tennis. And there's always it's like a clear tube, and it's got 4 tennis balls in it. And you're like, what are these?
They're for the dog.
yeah.
Go play fetch with the dog.
I guess I don't know.
I think our buddy Daryl's a tennis guy.
Is
Daryl
Daryl? Do
yeah.
you play tennis?
I in fact do. Yes.
God,
Are you any good?
he just sounds like he would play tennis.
He does.
Look at him. Daryl's Daryl's such a good-looking guy in there. He's like, well, actually, Charles,
I slay at fucking tennis.
I'll be honest. You'll probably have a hard time returning my serve.
Okay.
Challenge.
I'll agree with that 100% because I can't
challenge
play.
not accepted.
I can't play tennis worth a shit.
Hold on, let me call my wife to have her bring over my sweater vest, and I'll meet you on the court, okay?
And your rackets,
Yeah.
your Wilson rackets.
No, hey, dude, tennis is fun, man, and it will fucking
Wear you the fuck
bust
out.
you, like bust your ass.
Dog, I've got titties. I'm not playing tennis.
Do you play any
man.
sports?
I wrestled for like 8 or 9 years, and I played football for about 6.
So what's in the future? What's your plans, man, with everything?
YouTube,
Yeah. Oh,
realistically. So I'm looking to get away from the community standards of Facebook.
sure.
It is trash, man. It doesn't matter what you do. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I got demonetized 2 days ago for a meme that I posted 3 fucking years ago.
They stack the deck against you now.
Heavily. I mean, as soon as you monetize with Facebook, I mean,
Yeah.
you're done.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, YouTube, man, it looks exciting. I'm going to be able to put longer videos on there
Yeah.
and put some of my uplifting content going
Mhm.
forward with them.
YouTube is absolutely great.
Yep, we love YouTube. we wouldn't use any other platform.
No,
No, YouTube seems to be the direction they need to be headed.
it is, man. Like it is a good platform, and it's like any of them. It's like you're searching through waters and obstacles at times, but honestly, it's a great platform.
What was that gentleman's name? His last name, Scott?
Oh, that's Scott on tape.
Scott on tape.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
He's a great guy.
That guy walked up to me and he's asking me what I do, and I'm explaining it to him. He showed me how to manipulate, how to like do my videos on there for it to be successful. Super
Well,
awesome
that's the
guy.
thing about the people that's in our circle now, especially,
Right.
is they're all actually really cool people, and it's people helping each other.
I was going to say there's more collaboration
Yeah.
than there is like
Yeah,
comparing.
yeah.
Well, that's the problem.
for sure.
It doesn't have to be a competition. There's enough. There's enough food for everybody. That's the thing that people don't understand. It's all about me, and that's fine if that's who you want to be. But there's enough fish in the pond for everybody.
Well, all ships rise with a tide. So if you have
Correct.
this core network of people that are like-minded and not selfish dumbasses, then you can all move together. You know what I mean?
100%.
And
Oh, yeah.
everybody helps everybody, kind of thing. Because like Dovey Das is like 1.5 million on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
And
which is
he'll-
insane.
And he'd sit right there with you today and just tell you, "Oh, this is how I do it," because then you all just build this cool network together, and it's rocket ship at that point.
Well, going through all this and meeting all these content creators that I have over the years,
Yeah.
it's like I'm starting to say these things like, competition is literally starting at the bottom. But everybody at the top is collaborating, man.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the best, and it's amazing that you notice that, because that's 100% what it is. If you're all pulling the rope the same direction, you all move forward together. If you've got people that's trying to
Kind of hold it back. My
Yeah.
biggest thing always, and I've got friends that will, attest to this, I've always had a thing like, if I eat, we're all going to eat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So, and I've carried that through.
Yeah.
It's kind of backfired on me because, you tie into people that
Yeah.
you probably shouldn't have.
Sure.
They take advantage of you, but
But that's just a part of figuring things out.
It
though.
is.
You know what I mean,
Yeah.
dude? Like,
it's part of business, man.
and not even that those people are bad people. They just sometimes get bad advice or make a bad decision.
Sure,
And
yeah.
that's just life, and that's okay. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean that person's a bag of shit. It just means, he probably, he or she made a bad decision here or
Right.
whatever. But it's life. But it's cool when you get people that are on the same page, because there's something always to learn with this stuff.
daily.
Daily, dude. And so some guys that, may have millions of followers, some guys that may only have 50K, but they've got that 50K in a short amount of time, and their engagement is huge, and they're doing something a little different. well, in another year, this person's going to surpass what you see what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah.
you just learn from each other.
Well, I still get people that ask me about, my TikTok. Man, you've got almost 2 million followers on TikTok, man. What's that like? And I'm like, I'll take my lower platform at, 600K on Facebook because that's where my traction is. That's where people are happy with me, That big number, dude, it doesn't mean shit to me.
Yeah. So what is your opinion of TikTok? Like, what is...
Oh, it's a fucking dumpster fire.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, they've made it now, like, so you really can't even... I mean, you can monetize, but you can't really do much on there, right?
Absolutely. So unless you have a TikTok shop, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not relevant. They're not going to push you into it anymore. They, I used to make pretty decent money on TikTok doing the creator fund or whatever.
Right.
They've went way around that. You have to battle for like fucking 8 hours, and I know people that do that. It's just not my lifestyle. So I don't even really mess with TikTok anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're basically on Facebook right now. Facebook's your the platform that you spend the most time with.
Yeah, Meta has definitely been like my focus for the last year or so. Yeah.
Well, you have a pretty crazy engagement rate though too. Like
he's got a great. Let me tell you something. Like, I was in bed one night and my phone kept lighting up, like boom, boom, boom.
Oh,
boom,
I know what you're
boom,
gonna say. Yeah.
Boom. I'm like, what the fuck? Is somebody dead or like what's going on? I look at my phone. It's all YouTube Studio notifications. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I open it. Ernie sent me. Please, we can't wait for Ernie's episode. All this. I'm like, holy shit, this dude is this dude's wild, man. That's crazy.
I just feel like if you're real with these people as a content creator, because that's what I tell them, what you get on there is the same shit you're going to get in real life with me, man. I'm not one of those content creators that's PC that won't tell you to go fuck yourself because I'm gonna, you know, but I'm also going to pat you on the ass like if you're doing good at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just bring real to the table and people.
Well, your
people
engagement's got to be great because your followers are like, they're right.
Oh, they're fucking soldiers, dude.
That's amazing.
Love my platform.
That's so cool, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. So on your engagement rate, you say you do a lot of like male positivity, body positivity stuff. So what do you think your like men to women ratio? Like, who do you think are you more men follow you, more women follow you? Is it kind of down the middle?
No, so actually on my dashboard, so the body positivity, does apply to everybody, but I am super focused on women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because I feel like they're the hardest on themselves whenever it comes to the physical appearance. But I actually have an 84% women following versus my, I think, 16% men.
That's interesting.
That's cool though, man, because women do have, which guys do too, though, man. Like, so Instagram and all these airbrush photos and all this bullshit, like people apply all these crazy standards now to themselves, and it's like that's not who these people are, and a lot of people they don't realize that, and they hold themselves to a standard that doesn't exist.
Yeah,
and it's sad because it, they're depressing. They get depressed or this or that, or because they feel like they're not attractive enough. It's like,
right.
And I'm going to say the old cliche thing. You could be a 6 and be a great human and a great personality. And that's what makes you
beautiful.
Like if you're on the douchebag 1 to 10 scale rating somebody's appearance, dude, it's not just, you know what I mean? It's everything what makes somebody attractive.
Right.
Oh, yeah, dude. I've dated very attractive women.
Yeah.
Very attractive women. And their personalities are dog shit, which automatically brought them back down to a 4. Like, I don't care about your fake tits or anything like that.
And
like,
you're exactly right, because you can get this, you could get a super attractive person that if you were going to rate them on a scale of 1 to 10, that would be a 10. But within 3 minutes of talking to them, you're
as soon as they open their mouth,
is a 2.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's what a lot of people don't understand.
Well, the problem is, I think, with the way that the relationship structure is now, back when we were younger, we didn't have all these social media platforms.
Right.
If you wanted to ask a girl out, you either wrote a note.
Jeff had to build a fire and use a smoke signal.
Right.
While he played a Tool song.
Right. Yeah. Playing Tool for him. That Tool really could put them in the mood. But no, like you had to go, like you had to like get the balls to walk up to a girl in a bar and be like,
Yeah.
hey, you know, I think you're attractive, want to talk to you. But
Hold
now,
on, wait. Hold on a second.
Here we go.
All right.
You like that?
Yeah.
You like
Hey, I think you're attractive. I'm just picturing Jeff walking up to some girl in the bar. Hey, I love that brooch you're wearing.
The brooch. What are we in the 1920s?
Yeah, you're on the set of the Golden Girls.
Oh, B. Arthur.
You
and
know,
her
I think you were madly attractive.
madly attractive. I think you're a very handsome woman.
Well, I don't think the hunt exists anymore. You
It
know
doesn't.
what I mean? The hunt isn't real anymore. And,
No, it's not.
And I think people are so caught up in what's out there that's better.
Yeah,
you know?
all the time.
I have something that's amazing right now, but what else can I get?
Yeah.
Well, some men are only as faithful as their options. I mean, that's
fair.
just the honest. I'm not saying all men are, but a lot of men these days they're only as faithful as what their options are.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, they, like you said, they may have something at home that's probably the best thing they ever had, but then something that's just it's like employment. Somebody jumping from job to job for 25 cents or 50 cents more. You know, you
Yeah.
had a really good thing here, but no, I'm going to go do this because they're willing to give me 50 cents more. That's how relationships are now.
100%. Yeah.
You know, plus the other side of that, it's like what we were just talking about actually going up and talking to people. All you got to do is swipe right or left on these apps to
But-
let someone know that you're interested. That's-
Swipe left for herpes.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
my gosh. So
You know, it's ridiculous. Like we do a lot of college stuff playing, you know, in the band that I play in, and like watching these guys like try to do this, it's the most hysterical shit you've ever seen in your life. It's the most awkward shit you've ever seen in your life. Of them trying to like they'll meet a girl, and instead of being like, hey, you know, well, I think you're attractive. hey, what's your Snapchat? And then they'll get
Yeah.
the
What's your
Snapchat.
cannot
Snap?
stand
Yeah, what's your
that, dude.
snap? And then they'll go across the bar and then start. It's like, what are you fucking doing?
that's
She's
so
standing right
ridiculous.
there. But that's what they do. I kid you not. That's what they do. They'll walk up and be like, hey, what's your Snapchat? And they'll get it, and then they'll walk
Yeah.
across the other side of the bar and then start texting them.
That's a big red flag for me if a woman walks up and that's the first thing she wants is my Snapchat. I'm like, you're definitely fucking married, bro.
Yeah.
You cheating.
Well, I mean, any of them. You know, what's your Tinder? What's your Snapchat? You know, if you say Facebook, they look at you like, what?
Yeah. Like you geriatric fuck.
Yeah, like Facebook. Who the fuck uses Facebook, you old fucker?
Is that the same as MySpace?
Right,
I
MySpace.
read about that in my history
Yeah.
class.
MySpace was fucking lit though.
MySpace was lit. dude.
Tom Zuckerberg. Is that who that was?
No, you got Mark Zuckerberg mixed up.
I know it's Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh.
Tom Zuckerberg from FaceSpace.
Oh.
Now you sound like my
Face
fucking
space.
my dad, dude. He's you making any money on that face space over there, bub?
Absolutely.
My friend's grandmother used to call it Spacebook.
Facebook.
yeah.
That's actually a better name, to be honest with you.
Spacebook.
That's actually a better name, Spacebook. I like that.
We should create that.
Let's do it.
Spacebook.
Spacebook.
I'm
Let's
fucking
create
with it heavy.
Spacebook.
Yeah, I'm going ground level on that, boys.
I got to space time somebody real quick.
Right?
Right?
There you go.
Hey, you're welcome.
Elon Musk
All
would
right.
sue the shit out of you for that.
Man, I'd beat his ass. I'd beat the piss out of him and Stevens.
Oh, God. Please, Charlie and Steven Seagal, it's like oil and vinegar.
Is there a story there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
Charlie just hates him.
We don't get along. He's a fucking piece of shit. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
I was like, I was so fucking
He's like,
invested,
who-
bro.
He's like, who? You guys know everybody. No, dude. He's just I don't know.
Something
Fake.
about him.
He has a very punchable face.
I would beat the shit out of it.
I think it had something to do with the what was it? The New Orleans sheriff when he was the sheriff doing that show.
So he was on a show. This is what
Set
started
Charlie off.
the Steven Seagal beef. So Steven Seagal is literally just the biggest douchebag. Like, all right, so he's on this show in Louisiana where he was pretending to be a cop. I guess all the deputies down there were like, "Cool, you can hang out with us and we'll deputize you because you're Steven Seagal."
No.
Yeah.
And he goes in and they run a tank through this man's fucking house.
Yep.
Yeah,
A real fucking
a
tank.
real tank. And then he gets out, you know, being all badass, trying to be. I was like, if that dude,
I'm Steven Seagal.
yeah, you look just like him. Right there. So it just started from there. I was like, I'd beat the shit out of him, man. I'd beat the
whoop
piss
his
out of him
ass.
like a damn.
Didn't he get in
drum.
trouble for that? Didn't they get in trouble
Yeah,
for that?
the show got
Canceled. Yeah,
Tell,
there he
tell
is.
me, look at that
Look
guy's
at
hairline. He looks like Count Chocula with diabetes. Oh,
He
so
looks
bad.
like a spastic version of Eddie Munster with
Yeah,
with
dude.
that pointy hair stuff.
Bert, what do you think over there? You lost in. He's just over there staring at the rungs in the carpet.
Are you
No,
lost?
I'm looking at the screen.
I thought
I don't look at that screen. I look
come
at this
down
one.
one side.
Wake
No,
up,
I'm
Bert.
looking at his hair. Like, what makes you do that?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's called a widow's peak.
You know he spray paints it too.
Yeah, of course he does. You can see it when some things was running down.
Look,
his
he's got his hands like, yes, I'm Steven Seagal. He's got a gold pinky ring.
That is such a good meme picture, man.
Is there any chance that he dyes his hair? I mean, any
No,
course
chance
he
not
at
at
all?
all.
What are you?
No, that's
Crazy?
natural.
That's
Yeah.
all natural, Bert.
He's Steven
looks-
fucking
it looks
Seagal.
natural. It
You know,
doesn't-
that
it
is
doesn't look like he
natural.
died.
Who
that.
here
No
thinks
way.
that they could beat up Steven Seagal? I'm pretty sure.
100%.
I know I could beat the piss out of him.
Bro, I am aggressively stomping on his nutsack.
Yeah, I'd beat his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass. He's bigger than me.
Well, I mean, everybody.
Have you seen his training videos?
Yeah.
Touche.
Those are the best.
Yeah,
Where he like
they're
grabs
so-
you by the finger and he's like this and
They're
like
so-
they flip
Yeah,
over
they're
and
so
shit.
memey.
Oh, dude, it's the best.
I
Like,
would love to challenge him to like a
Jello wrestling.
like a boxing match for charity.
Have
Hell
you seen those
yes.
videos of like fake karate
Yeah,
people?
they're so
like
funny.
a news reporter pushes on it. Man, what is this made out of? And it just falls.
Yeah. They're like come at me with a knife, and you're like doing this. They're like, no, stop. You got to do it like this.
yeah. Why are these boards made out of glued together graham crackers? These aren't even wood.
I love to see those fails. It's like, what is this made of? Oh, the guy's like, oh shit.
Well, the problem is they do that stuff with kids, and they have like these kids that can break these boards. They give them this false sense that they can like
Well,
do something, and they go
But
and get
that's
their ass
good
beat.
for children.
Yeah.
But there's a time that when you're a grown ass man, you need to take your pajamas off and not
100%.
and understand that you're not in a karate movie.
Well, you know that like in like real martial arts, the belt, that's not a thing. That's an Americanized thing. The belt system, like if you go to Japan or China and like really train with real martial artists, that belt system is bullshit. They don't really do that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
no,
it's not real.
that's just for money. Dude.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, you're a white belt and then you're a yellow belt. It keeps the kids excited about wanting to achieve that.
It's a turnaround.
And it keeps the parents spending the money because the kids are happy. And let's just be honest, it's an hour and a half that they can drop their kid off and go do whatever.
Yeah.
You know
Go
what
shop,
I mean? And do whatever, yeah.
heroin.
Just, any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do your kids do any? How many kids you got?
I got two. I got a.
I thought he was about to ask if they do heroin.
It's like, what the
I did at one point.
No,
Yeah.
You do heroin?
No.
So you got two kids.
Yep, I've got two kids. I've got an 11-year-old little boy and I've got a 15-year-old little girl. And the girl's fucking rough, but man, that's my G.
They do any karate?
Maybe on each other, dog, but like, no, I don't take them to do that shit. No.
I used to beat the shit out of our recliner when I was a kid. I'd watch Bloodsport or some shit, and I was a bad motherfucker, dude.
Kill
I was
it.
I was like,
Don't let that chair live.
yeah, yeah. I beat the piss out of it.
No, I've got I'm the oldest. I've got two younger brothers, and my youngest brother, boy, he paid hell with me and my other brother. Like we used to beat the shit. Now he's a big, like he'd probably whip my ass. He's a big old boy now, but it paid off beating the shit out of him his whole life. He did MMA fighting for a while and got really damn good at it,
That's cool.
but had some health difficulties where he had to stop doing it. But he got really good at it.
Yeah.
I used to beat the shit out of my brother too, and now he's a respiratory therapist. He's not that cool. So
I don't know if that's per se is cool anymore, but he actually did pretty well with it with the MMA stuff. He did cage fights. So,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah,
Man.
he was bad.
I'd love to just train some MMA just to learn it.
Yeah, just to learn how
And
to
the
do it.
fucking cardio to that.
oh, dude.
Jesus Christ.
Mhm.
Yeah, you've got to have stamina to do that kind of crap, man. Like real stamina.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys ever seen Joe Rogan's back kick?
Oh,
Yes.
oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Could you imagine getting hit with that?
Fuck no, man. No.
That's
Yeah,
a bad
Jesus
dude,
Christ.
man.
Oh,
Rogan's
dude,
a
he's
bad
tough.
motherfucker.
Joe, I'll tell you what. There's a lot of bullshit people out there. That guy is a real fucking deal.
Yeah,
Period.
well,
Rogan's a real deal. He's a manly man,
Yep.
but he's secure and he's confident. He doesn't give a shit if you agree with his views or not. They're views and his opinions. I love his content, but that dude is a tough. He's a dying breed. He's like tough as leather.
He's a man's man. You know what I mean?
And he's fucking real. I mean, that guy is always
well, what you see is what you get with him.
Yeah.
You know, my thing that is when he tells stories about guys that like have tried to step to him. I was like, are you out of your mind? Like, what kind of clout do you think you're going to get when Joe Rogan knocks you the fuck out?
Oh yeah.
Like that just doesn't make any sense, man.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen?
tough.
Have you guys seen that comedian Shane Gillis?
Oh yeah.
Okay, check it out. So Rogan just fucking tapped him out like 13 times, bro.
Oh really?
Yeah, dude. And Ari was like gassing Rogan up. He was like, "Just stand up, Shane. Just stand up. You can do it." And Rogan's going, "No, the fuck you can't."
Yeah. I wouldn't want to do that.
No way, dude.
Dude, you guys remember Mark Coleman?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Big ass Mark Coleman.
Yes.
There's a video on YouTube. Mark apparently when he's drinking
Gets a little lippy.
Gets a little, you know what? He's fucking around with Joe. You know,
Yeah.
Joe's been in UFC since the 90s.
Yeah.
As a host and stuff. And
Well,
trains.
trains.
And so, but Mark Coleman's still a big dude.
Of course.
You know, strong, badass fighter. And he's in there and you can tell he's drunk. He's in there kind of fucking with Joe. They're in a room like with a bunch of people like at a party, and you fucking see how strong Rogan is. Like, so Mark Coleman comes up to him, is kind of fucking with him or whatever, and wrestling with him, and you see Rogan just do like manhandle him back but very quickly, and Mark Coleman goes up against the wall, and I'm like,
Joe Rogan's
Rogan's
the
a
real
fucking
dude.
beast.
There you go, buddy. Yeah, I
Rogan's
wouldn't
a beast.
I wouldn't want to tie up with nobody like Joe.
You see how big Mark is in that video, though? He's fucking big.
Oh, did you see that video?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
isn't that crazy? You
yeah.
could see that Rogan's like, all right, dude.
His
like,
hands
we're
are
playing, but
literally
I'm gonna fuck you up,
toasters.
you know?
Yeah, he's got those big banana hands, man. Knock your ass out.
Banana hands.
Banana hands.
Yeah.
Well, let's wrap it up.
All
So, Ernieboys, tell everybody where they can find you on your platforms and your handles.
Absolutely. Yeah, Facebook is huge for me. Christopher Ernstes is where you're going to find me. I just created a page 2 weeks ago. Got a little over 100,000 followers on that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
In
called
2
Ernie.
weeks. Wow.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
So go find me there. Ernieboys, you guys can check out the old videos if you want. TikTok sucks. I don't know if I can say that or not. But yeah, Facebook's where it's at, and soon YouTube.
That's cool.
So are you just going to, or on your YouTube thing, just say you're going to be doing some of the same stuff, just longer videos?
Yeah, just a little longer where we can grab some popcorn and fucking,
When do you think that's going to happen with the YouTube?
probably within the next month. I'm really going to start grinding on it.
What's up with that profile pic, bud?
Oh,
Dude,
good,
I was actually at Floribama. I was in
Oh,
Pensacola
cool.
for that, man. My kids got to see the ocean for the first time. So,
Oh,
I
sweet.
should have
man.
went in and watched Big Earl, man.
well, again, had the kids, and I definitely
They
don't
would
want
have.
to
Hey,
hear.
the kids would have loved Big Earl.
Oh,
Yeah,
look
I'm
at him! Look at you guys last night in
Oh.
your Ghostbusters outfits, dude. That was cool.
Oh man, it was fun. We had a great time.
You guys are over there at the Step and Repeat, dude. We forgot to take our pictures over there.
We damn sure did.
That's why I made sure to make that video in front of that.
Dude,
X5
thank you.
thing, man.
I'm a dumbass. We had a huge X5 Step and Repeat, and none of us went over there and
I
took
did take
pictures.
one damn picture in front of it. Jesus Christ.
Well, thank you for doing that. That's awesome.
Yeah, no problem. And to my people that are going to be coming and watching this episode, please guys, do not forget. Okay, go to YouTube, type in X5, just press follow. Okay, there may be more content with me.
You never know.
Never know, man.
You know, New Year's is right around the corner.
Shh, don't give it away.
Dude, it's been such a cool time with you, man. Yesterday, coming down, hanging out,
I appreciate
going to
the
the
hospitality,
party.
bub.
Dude, you guys you and your wife are so awesome.
Thank you so
You
much.
guys are
I
great
appreciate that,
people.
bub.
Seriously, man. Great people. Honored to have you in here today. Just chop it up with us. We're all exhausted, if you can't tell. We had such a long night, crazy night. And
I think we got back to the hotel at like 4.
dude, I got back home. I pulled in my driveway at 3:50.
Yep.
Like we left, and I went to the hotel room, got our stuff because my wife's like, I just want to go home.
Y'all had a bed literally right there.
Yeah.
It's like, what are y'all doing?
We wanted to go home. Our little dogs and Zoe and stuff.
I tell you, we got back. We actually went and got some food. We went and sat.
Tell them what we got though.
We went to Crystal's.
Dude, I wanted Crystal's.
We went and sat in
I
the
wanted
drive-through.
Listen, I don't
you
know
don't
how.
have Crystals in Indiana. Do
No,
you?
we've got White Castle.
And White Castle's garbage.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, compared to Crystal, you guys put
Crystal's
ketchup and
amazing.
mustard on your shit, bro.
Yeah.
We
had
don't. We
this-
just get horse meat and onions.
We had this conversation literally sitting in the drive-through about the difference between White Castle and Crystals. We
Crystals
had that.
is so good. Dude.
Yeah.
I don't know how many you're supposed to eat when you're drunk to like not feel like shit the next morning,
used
but
to
I
eat
know how
12.
much I ate.
How
I used
many?
to eat
How,
12.
how many of those 24 did y'all finish off?
Oh, bro, I ate probably 10, 11 of those fucking
Dude, I
things.
bet you're shitting through a fucking keyhole.
I'm hurting right now, bro.
Oh, my asshole.
I told her last night, I'm like, I'm getting ready to show you something really fucking unattractive. I'm going to sit in my underwear and just face fuck these things, man.
You got to get them with cheese.
That's right.
Yeah, you got to
You
get
know,
with cheese.
Cheese, mustard, onions. Oh my god, dude!
I
And
like
if,
the corn pups, the little corn dogs.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
love those things, man.
if you're ever stopped up,
Just eat some Crystals.
you can't make a BM.
Yeah.
Go get some Crystals.
But really quick,
They're
guys,
good.
I just want to tell you all thank you so much. This has been a
He's
fucking
like, on that note,
killer experience.
He's like, I gotta go.
I've got a shit right now just talking about it.
Hey, while we're talking about shitting, let's give a shout out to Big J and Robert Kelly. For mentioning X5 on the bonfire on
Love-
XM Record.
Love those guys.
Yeah, thank
man.
you
Big
guys.
J.
We really appreciate the shout out.
Yep.
So-
we got to get those guys back down here soon.
Yeah, we got to get Big J back down here. Such a cool guy. Love hanging out with him.
Yep. He is a cool guy, man.
I'd like to meet
Actually.
Jay.
Yeah,
He seems
man,
awesome.
He's super cool.
He's just like, he came in, and when we did the pod with him, of course, we went to the Burt Chrysler anyway, hung out, but he just fell right in, man. He sat right there, and it's like he had been friends with us for years.
Jeff is his biggest fan.
I'm a fan. Definitely a fan.
Big
Definitely
J
a fan.
got up and left, and Jeff went over there and just sat down where Jay was sitting for like 3 hours.
You smelled it first,
He
didn't
was
you?
like, yeah, he sniffed the seat. And then he lays there and he's like,
Markers
Big
and
J.
Actually, I took the seat cushion home.
He did a scratch to make sure he got it.
I'm turning on fucking Tool as soon as I get home.
He's like, me and Big J listen to Tool.
all the way to Huntsville. That's all we did, sat in silence, just listening to Tool.
Just the same riff.
We got there, we got to the hotel, and I looked over and I said, "You thinking what I'm thinking?" And he was like, "Yep, let's do this."
He said, yep, you're fucking weird.
He's like, "Yep, lose my fucking number."
Go back and watch his episode, Chris, because he tells a funny story about interacting with Jonathan Davis from Korn.
Oh, nice.
About how he almost sent him by mistake a dick pic. It's a great episode. Go watch the Big J episode too. It's hilarious.
And if y'all haven't seen it, make sure y'all go and watch
Yeah.
the Big J episode.
And listen, please go support Ernieboys. Chris is a great dude, great content, super chill, and for all his fans that are watching, thank you guys too. You've been jumping in our comments and stuff, and it's cool. I know we've got some new subscribers from him and everything, and we appreciate that very much.
I appreciate that, man.
And I hope you guys like his episode. Like I said, we're running on about 3 hours of sleep, and
Rough.
I think I smoked 2 packs of cigarettes last night.
Jesus
and,
Christ.
yeah, dude, it's a long night.
I was waiting for you to come in and be like, "Well, everybody, welcome to the X5 podcast."
Welcome to
Hold
Here we
yeah,
go.
Here you go.
Y'all welcome, man. That's so bad. I
It's not
shouldn't
getting
make fun
better,
of
is
that.
it?
Fantastic.
I don't know. Anyway, let's wrap it up and get everybody home. Chris has to shit. And, dude, thank
For
you
the
so
fifth time.
Thank you so much for coming in,
Charlie,
brother.
thanks for having me, buddy. I appreciate that.
Hell yeah. We'll see you guys next week. Love you. Please like and subscribe. We're out.